Welcome to another episode of Ozfish. Dave here, let's get some. Well, it's a beautiful day today, and I'm a bit wider off the coast than I was the other day. And what I'm going to do today is just continue my learning curve in relation to slow pitch jigging. So I've got the Nomad Squid Trex, and I've got the Nomad Vertex. I've got some Nomad Buffalo jigs, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to see if I can just keep working on that technique and see if I can start picking up fish. The area that I'm fishing today, they're huge, gigantic football fields of broken reef. And these areas out here, they're a little bit hit and miss, but these areas out here will hold trag, they'll hold snapper, they'll hold squire, they'll hold brim, tarwine, big flathead, bonito, big tailor, you'll get moong. At times you'll get nanny guy, redfish, you'll get a little bit of mix of everything out here. What I have on the boat, I have a Garmin EcoMap 95 and I have the new GT 56 transducer on it. And it's a really good sounder. And the way that I use the sounder, I use it in a couple of different ways. One way that I use it is when I'm actually traveling to a spot, I'm going to travel some distance, what I do is I put it onto the traditional 2D sounder. I get the boat up to about between 11 to 12 knots, which reads the bottom really good. And the most important thing is I take the scroll speed and I put the scroll speed to 10. And that's what you want to do. You want to have your scroll speed at 10 when you're actually traveling. And what it'll do, it'll just highlight those, like holes. It'll highlight, any sort of structure that you come along. You'll actually just see it really well on the sounder. So it's a fantastic search tool when you're traveling to find lumps and bumps and bits of reef that'll hold fish. And then what I do is when I come out to these grounds, I swap straight over to my side scan, and the side scan on this will read up to pretty deep water, up to like 90 to 100 meters. And what I've done is I've actually got the side scan punched out to about 200 feet. And I'm running it in 455 kilohertz, which is good when I'm out in a little bit deeper water. I'm not in too deeper water, I'm only in about 106 feet out here. Okay, and then what I normally do is on the side scan, when I'm in close, I'll run the contrast in a default mode. The default mode is really good. And I'll run my brightness about 85, 90 or something like that. But when I'm out in search mode on the side scan, out in this deeper water, I'll actually pump the contrast up a little bit. I'm up at about 78 on the contrast and give it a little bit more brightness. And what that does, it seems to accentuate the shadows. So big whale just outside me here, about 70 meters, like traveling north. So you got to be careful this time of the year because there are a lot of whales around. But yeah, so I'll use my side scan. It's an awesome searching tool. Punch 200 feet out to the side, contrast pumped up to about 78, a little bit of brightness pumped up. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to cruise around. So I actually haven't fished out here in years and years and years. I used to do a lot of float lining in these areas out here when I was younger. And it's a great area for mixed bags. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to spend half an hour and I'm just going to search with my side scan, and I'm going to put a number of marks in where I think I can find nice lumps and bumps. And then I'll come, and once I've done that, I'll come over and assess it with my 2D and see if I can find some fish on it. But that's the plan. So let's get on it. Fish. yeah, just a really small snapper there, but I can actually see fish on the sounder there, and they do like the Vertrex, like soft vibe. So what I did was, it's 108 feet here, so it blown his swim bladder a little bit. So just what I did was I just slightly popped it with the knife. Better that than throwing him over with his swim bladder up. He'll just swim around. I hit him like that and he went straight down, so hopefully they survive like that. Fish showing on the sounder here. Fish. Yeah, you get all sorts of fish out here on these areas. And yeah, one thing you do catch out on these broken reef grounds is you do get a lot of flathead out here, because some really big flathead out here. So all right, that's cool. First flathead on a soft fibre at sea. So yeah, that's cool. Blue spot. Fish on the buffalo jig. Not very big. First little snapper on the buffalo jig. Only little. This is how I'm using the buffalo jig. I've been watching heaps of YouTube videos, but one of the simplest ways to use a slow pitch jig, this is a Nomad 60 gram buffalo slow pitch jig. One of the simplest ways to do it just pitching it slightly up in front of me because I want to get it vertical. There's fish hugging the bottom on the sounder here, really tight to the bottom, which are probably small snapper. I'll just put a mark on them. And when you're a beginner using slow pitch jigging, the simplest thing to do is just use that soft tip, just flick it, just wind the handle, and then let it back down again, because the fish are right on the bottom. Maybe give it a bit of a pause at the top. And just flicking it with the rod. Fish are very patchy out here, like you'll see a little patch, you'll come on them, then off them straight away. The idea is just to keep it really close to the bottom. That's where the fish are. Fish. Wow. You don't get that every day, man. Doubles the flathead. On the Nomad buffalo jig, that's trippy. Holy, what the hell? I just come over a gigantic patch of bait there, and the flathead must have been laying right under him. Thought that was a snapper. Blue spot. Well, the buffalo jig is effective on flathead. Don't tell me I got another red rock cod. Oh. Man, how's that? You can't say that a slow pitch jig is not effective. There's two fish at once again. A red rock cod and a Sergeant Baker. Oh my God. If I find some snapper, I'm gonna belt them. Good fish on the speculator. Oh, just gonna back the drag off while I wind this rod in. Mark me spot. Just gonna go backwards a bit, get over it. I just flicked the plastic out. I just flicked the plastic out while I was throwing my squid tracks out, and just put it in the rod holder and got absolutely slammed on it. Lucky it didn't reach me because, yeah, I had to wind that line in, and he's up in the water column now a bit. It's fish I've been looking for. Got him on a plastic. Oh. Need to get him up a bit. Come on, baby, come up. Yeah, I've definitely got him up in the water column now. Can back off a little bit. Good fish. Yeah, thing with big snapper is Yeah, when you hit big snapper, I guess it's the crucial moment is, you know, on that first like 30 seconds. If you can get them up off the bottom, you can just relax with them a bit and back the drag off. Yeah, it's good fish, got colour. Oh yeah, baby, it's a nice solid fish. All right. All right, perseverance pays off. You know, I've been working really hard today, just catching red rock cod and, you know, blue spot flathead and small snapper. But yeah, changed tactics, coming a bit closer. Got that one on a Berkeley shrimp, weird looking Berkeley shrimp. But a very heavy fish, probably about 67 or something like that. Not easy to get really quality fish out of Newcastle like that, so yeah, beautiful fish. Yeah, it's solid fish at 66. All right, well, that's a wrap for me. I just went wide this morning. I was just experimenting with my slow pitch jigging, and yeah, I caught you know, some small snapper out there and lots of red rock cod. It's amazing how effective this is catching red rock cod. It's incredible. And I was also really surprised that I was actually catching flathead on it. So I got some nice blue spot flathead on the buffalo jig, and at one stage there I got a double hookup on blue spot flathead, and at another time there I got a double hookup on a red rock cod and a Sergeant Baker. So yeah, the fish, they're really into it. I think, you know, if you're on good ground and you can find fish, it's a deadly way to fish. And I was just lucky, I just punched in closer, and I was just lucky to sting that really nice snapper, a 66, and actually got him out of the rod holder. So slammed me really hard. And I'd hit another fish out of the rod holder too, but he'd dropped the hook by the time I got to it. But anyway, I'm a long way from home. Wind's blowing a little bit from the northeast, and there are so many whales today. It's unbelievable. It's good to see that the whales have made a full recovery, but yeah, you just got to be careful when you're heading home. So while I've got a little bit of light, I'm just going to start heading closer to home. Until the next episode, that's Dave signing off. But always remember, let's get some.